Up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Topper!
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ran, check three.
Now Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Come on, 180. Hey, 18. I'm coming.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
General West.
Check. Mike 42, check. Mike.
Lock in.
Don't get nervous. Hey, Mike's 40.
Ran, talk.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant.
Alert.
Joker.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Alert. Lock in.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 42.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Sit up. 180.
Mike's by 4. It's a party now.
Alert.
Kill.
Alert.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is.
Tone setter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They run the jet sweep with Patterson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Put it up. 180.
To the mic.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ran, top.
Check 43.
Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Go. 180.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Let's go, baby.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Why? Get one consistent. Bang. X3. 218. Chopper.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Check.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, D! Strong left, strong left. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, no, easy.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's
Cousins from the gun on third. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
To Hunt. 180.
59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch.
Lucky 50. Where's the Hunt?
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. Cook. Ooh, the juke. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Extra Hunt. 180. Quaker Omaha.
Check nickel.
They run again on first down. Cook down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
3 bucks.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball.
14, Bears 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Blue. Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Right 80.
We own them.
Blue.
We own them.
Undercrush.
Protein spill.
On first down, Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
16 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Hey, Mike's 40.
First down, a run with Cohen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Bears on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. 42's the mark.
Hey, ball.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We got 3. We got 3.
Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Get in here. Come on.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. After the sack on first down, Cousins flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Stop! 180!
Mike 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, 18.
Check 25. Check 25. Greystone, travel.
Alert!
54 is Mike.
18.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. 36.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Switch. Same.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Black.
Check. 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 Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Lucky 48.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Mike.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You don't want no problem.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
And Diggs has it. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Let's go.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Jahan, 180. First.
Let's go, defense.
What's that?
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Bailey's kick is good. Touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Alert.
Cut.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
64.
On first down, Cook.
Check.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Hey, 382,
Play fake, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check girls. Shift.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Black.
Watch out.
Play action now, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Cousins again. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 54. I got one.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. You're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Here we go. Mike 55.
Throwing here, Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Mike's 59. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They run the counter with Cook. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Kill. Turn up.
Again, it's Cook. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Red.
Hey, alert 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, punk. Check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Kill.
Blue. Mike 55.
Exit. Mike 55. Right.
Hey, 18.
It's a party now.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because it's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And who we got?
To throw is Cousins.
Check 13. Check 13.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A game there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let him know, let him know.
Quaker Omaha.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Check three.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Out to his feet. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
61, matchbox lights.
Check. Lucky.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. You have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They start the drive with Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Cousins flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Set 70, Indy.
Check pass, check pass.
Now a look at the backup Daniel. Able to find Shaheen here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They run the jet sweep with Patterson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Ready?
Now on 2nd and 13, Daniel, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him there. Find him,
find
him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Topper! Hey, Delta! 5.
Here's Daniel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
30 base.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, watch that, watch that.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54. Focus, defense, focus.
You're out. Hit it.
Here we go on 4th. Daniel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Switch.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Gun.
The motion.
Now a run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
180!
Watch.
Leave it. Bring up 48. General West.
Check four.
6 guys. Good routes here.
Alert 3. 58, right over there.
Throwing here, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
That's it. Big hit.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter.